get for vote the time for election? Not because they no want for vote, but now because of this simple mistake where I can't tell you what to, now I go make plenty people no vote. Right now, as the Electoral Commission Salon don't pull the date for vote and for register, plenty people just the yagba and they rush go do things them as then they tell them for do. But hey, members say registration, the voter registration, they begin from the 3rd of September to the 4th of October 2022. Then a number 1 step where go give you guarantee say you go vote. But if you make mistake during this time, you not go for vote. And I think this way person not go able for help you pan. What in this mean? It means say, no ever register na the area where you dey work, do business, or where you dey go school. You know what it make? You don't know. Sometimes the time for the election, then go say, public transport not for run. This na big challenge for you. Remember, if you tap na kalba,
I can do within the country, out of the country, in the sub-region and Africa. I look forward to doing that.
And just as a final question to wrap up the interview and as you reflect.
So you have to ensure that you're prepared psychologically for it, and with the changes that are taking place in Africa, we have to work on dialogue. We have to stay engaged. Leadership is about serving the people. It's not about lording over them. It's serving the people, giving them hope, providing a better life for them, making them relevant, and working together to them to transform the circumstances of your communities and Africa. It requires a lot, and just mere campaign statements, opposition statements. When you're in the opposition, it's easy to make promises that within a given time, X, Y, Z will be achieved. But when the down is cast, you're there, and you realize the limitations of resources, the limitations not only of financial resources, but also of human resources, and the time frame you have to achieve the world that you have promised to achieve, and it becomes a very difficult matter. I will say that we make less promises and live with the realities of the moment. Less propaganda and be very practical in our approach. People will appreciate you when you come, when you're forthright, you're honest, they see you make a lot of effort. Even with certain difficulties, they will understand. But if you promise the world and you cannot even provide a glass of water, then it becomes very serious. So for leaders coming up, I think we have to know that running our nations and for people to entrust their lives in our hands, it's a serious business. And we must give it the seriousness that it deserves.
Well, on that note, thank you very much for joining us on the program, and we hope to have you back another time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The Office of Presidential Infrastructure Initiatives to be particularly attentive to all the foregoing critical elements in launching the tender process for the Leone Bridge. I will closely myself superintend the entire process and ensure that every tender is compliant and every tender in is in the best long-term interest of Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans. Thank you for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll now invite the chairman for the event to present the report to His Excellency.
Summary. Volume 2 is the report. Volume 3 is the technical details of the report. Excellency, we also have a disc that carries all the reports that I've just mentioned. It is important to know that there have been studies for this bridge before, but this is the first time in the history of this country that we Sierra Leoneans have conducted a study to identify our desires, what we would like to see for the land that we love. Your Excellency, it's now my pleasure to present this to you.
Development Plan is our nationally owned roadmap for building a society that is cohesive, secure, and just. It is aligned with the African Union Agenda 2063 and the global SDGs. It prioritizes human capital development, and we have identified SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions, as our accelerator goals. Those goals remain pivotal to the
Well, family, we'll get some small technical problem anyway, but we get for Kande back. We get for Kande back for can play that previous video me the place. So, but anyway, una welcome to this program again. I know say it's last and weekend. Una enjoy the program, and we get so many lot of comments them way coming concerning about the videos, the way we play. People I really appreciate the videos, the way we play, and I believe say it's time for make we stop for propaganda. The SLPP, the APCO, the C4C, the other party. And they tell now they get proof that now we go to play for now for make us see what's in the gun from President Kuruma and them from Tijan Kaba and them, all them videos and they got for begin they come out now. We current president we say for make you good use of the blow up, and we have to, no doubt about it. We on platform will get into propaganda platform. Now we'll show until now make una self the see, and una decide. If we still want for day for this life, that's fine. If we still want to move on, like how America we stood up, we say Trump. By which or crook, if we go, Trump try best, especially when it comes to the economy. But guess what? The way how Trump disrespect other leaders them and Americans them, we stood up to say yes, Trump, he go, and he go, and he go. Welcome, my co-host, Mrs. Rachel Bangua Davis.
Welcome, family. Welcome. We need a tire because we want to make salon better. That's the only reason why we are here all the time. We there so for make sure say we go una waiting best and una self decide. I want to welcome una all on board this platform. If you just new, this is not the platform of Egatin Shaba. Go and follow and page them. And these are the platform where they speak the truth and speak the truth to power regardless. So I want to welcome una all and make una keep the conversation very, very decent and make we pour we heart, but make we keep on decent on the conversation. Over to you.
We got two people that will bring out the platform and other people for join back. I want to make you introduce this beautiful woman with twin us and also Cashbox to join me at any time from now.
All right, so Zainab, pop up. Zainab na one activist, himself always they on social media. They talk for waiting for one green thing for let salon go better, So she is one of strong women them where they come out on social media and talk about the things them where they affect not just women but salon people them, you know. And I'm so excited now, like I say, when I see women coming out and speaking up, you know. It's been too long, far long, you know, when women and then are in closets, but now we are coming out, we're speaking up, and thank God for social media. We don't embolden we and also give you the confidence for speak truth to power. So welcome Zainab on this platform.
Fambo Leona, good evening. Thank you, Rachel, for these wonderful invites. Thank you, Egatin, as well. I'm so happy for dinner this evening. Me now, a social media activist, influencer. Una welcome.
And also we get Cashbox, Salon Cashbox. We go join we at any time from now, and other people in Backstage for join this platform. But at the same time, I encourage you, please, to make una share this live, share the video, because we get so many things that we can't talk now today, and also we can get some videos. Then we get for can make una watch, we can self decide for ourselves. We know say yes. Now the 10 the council, now election the 10 the council. So we get for the sensitize una make una go develop una mind now. If you dey in or if you dey out. Zana, what do you think? You dey in or you dey out? Because this affects. Yes. Yeah. This affects Kata on the person right now. You dey in or you dey out? Because guys now forward will be moving, don't go be in again. Now forward, salute for better. I play our music just now. Always I play them. I sit down to myself. From where me born and raised in Sierra Leone, we always say we love with Sierra Leone. We like with Sierra Leone. We get past 200 pastors then. We don't come our country, and the one within the country, they pray day and night, salon for better. Salon for better, salon for better. Where are we? Salon people, no what is question. Where are we? Who's will they go? Who's we come out? This is not that time for begin say, me papa na APC day, me mama na SLPP day. I go for the APC, I go for the SLPP. You go for decide for yourself. Because now we look forward the future. We're not going to begin to sit down now with say me papa na APC day. Or my mama na SLPP that go for follow my mama in full step. You go for make your own decision for yourself. Even if you don't know the country, we didn't see what's in the the country. We know exactly what's in the country. Then telling the way people in the propaganda, it was then. Now not only propaganda again. Now it's reality. Because if you say something, one not saying a lie, and they go do research in the next 24 hours that they get some. If the president says something, we hide in a corner, with the area this year. Now make a play this video where the former president, where they interview the former president. I pick one word from former President Kuruma Rachel, where he say leadership is all about serving the people.
Right.
Leadership is all about serving the people. Not for serve your family. Make your family them better. Can drive big Range Rover. Build big house. Leadership is all about serving the people. What are the people? The people where you govern. The people where you rule. The people who support you. The one that will not support you, you first serve them. But we see that in our country is the reality. When governments come, now for serve in family. This is not all about propaganda. We have videos that would play. Where presidents they tell the nation, say, I go make Naya after 2023. If me not a party safe, I'm not going to look for you for me on president. I expect the president for tell me, see, for the past 4 years, I don't do A, B, C, D. Let's see the proof. Because now we have the blue app. We have to make good use of the blue app. I said it before on my video. We go virus. I tell people and say, this minority party A, party B, we're going to speak the truth. We're going to stand up for the country. Make putting up for the country. I don't care if my papa the APC. I don't care if my mama the SLPP. Now the way forward. Welcome to this program, Cashbox.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry,
Cashbox. We just discuss about former presidents, and Eskuruma. Wait a minute, interview. I don't know if you don't watch that video. The way once I pick up and just tell Rachel and Zainab say one word we I love so much about president. I'm not a fan. Now they can claim I'm not a fan of President Kuruma, but I vote for President Kuruma. I vote for Tijan Kaba. I'm not a fan of President Kuruma. Well, I mean, I'm not a fan. Like, me not to that post we like Party Pekin. I like this president so bad. But that in the way President Kuruma do, I commend him for that. I love him for that. The same thing goes to this current president. Certain thing in the way he would do right now, I will love him for that. I will like him for that. But former President Kuruma say, leadership is all about serving the people. Not to serve Cashbox because Cashbox is my brother. Not to serve Zainab Kamara because Zainab is my sister. Not to help Rachel because Rachel is my cousin. Not to help Shaba because of Shaba and my friend. But I for serve the nation. Cashbox. What now you take? I know say you don't watch the video. You understand? But what now you take where President Kuruma say? Former President Kuruma say, enough now for serve the people. You know, any president when they come, now for serve the people of Sierra Leone.
Thank you, Shaba, and thank you. It's a pleasure being here, Rachel, with Rachel and Zainab. It is, of course, people go say, well, why President Kuruma? So surely people out there will be, well, these are just rhetorics. These are just words leaders they use loosely these days for say it's all about serving the people. And I think he's absolutely right. Leadership supposed to be about the people. But one go ask, say, well, did President Kuruma serve in people then? I do not know the answer to it, just like what they say. Because, but it is all about the people. And it is sad for like just on the point where they make just, it's like with politics don't become, so personalized. It is all about family. It is all about me henchman them, the one them way kind of like Dana Malayan. And, let me just care about Shaba, the dangerous thing with the way we come to go now, the fact that the governments, they blame, everything around them. Everything. They will blame the Russia-Ukraine war. They will blame the COVID. But if leadership is about the people, serving the people, what are you doing for protect the people and for me to not feel the pain? Shaba, if you there with your picking and a host, with all the hardship, with all the inflation, the cost of living, where they go up, you picking them, no one know how you actually they feed them. The thing them where they use for getting a host, then they expect them for make a dinner host. What are you doing, Shaba? I use for buy their expensive suits the way I can see you the way. You can decide, say, it's in my cut that and try for make sure, say, me picking and get the basic. It is all about the people. As a Comra, it is all about you picking them. What these governments they do for the rest price where they go up. They go tell you say na COVID, they go tell you say na Ukraine and Russia war. But waiting on they do. I mean, are you they go take debt for make you able to feed you picking them? Shaba, you they cut on you expensive lifestyle for make you feed you picking them. You go kind of like you must do something for make you picking them up because you picking them on simply want know waiting they go on in the world. Me and you two, they want it every day. But them picking it all day, they jump, then they do them, see them. Because and that's exactly how a government will be. A government will be the comrade. It is how do you even see like all this Ukraine and Russia while where they go on? It is all I totally agree. But somebody go say, oh, well, did President Kuruma serving people them? Obviously it tried, especially when we see what this government they do, then surely I will say, well, that man, it's right. Because, Shaba, I'll give you an example. When petrol price in the world, it been there at $130 per barrel. Now the time we've been the sell petrol now with country 3,750 leons. 3,750 leons. But petrol price in the world market be there at $130 per barrel. Throughout this process, petrol price not ever go $130 per barrel. Ever. But way back, President Kuruma in time, you see, this now the thing when they talk about responsible Combra. You picking them not for know the effect now the rest of the world. But how do you push up on President Kuruma be the subsidize like the fuel, even the rest and all that in the day. You know, so this is not the point where I try for me. Like right now, as I talk to you, oil price, I mean, it move like up and down, like recently, they move so badly. But like last week, it was like $87 per barrel. You know, ever go to like when it be the $130 per barrel, at the time President Kuruma sell 3,700, then increase them towards the end of like 2017, I think, increase them to $6,000 per barrel. Sorry, 6,000 leons per liter. You or say ma collect boku money.
Okay, before I come to Rachel, I come to Mizan. Quick, what I think on this video, we'll just play.
Well, Shaba, for me, I take down a few things, you know, because this particular interview, it happened after President Kuruma don't left power already. So what he says, leadership is more than just making opposition promises, which is a fact. Because now that we see, say, this new direction, then come fool the people then with so much promises. If you go through the manifesto, as I don't say before, you go just fall in love. You go just think, say, they promised people them the world. And President Kuruma go on and say, make less promises, less propaganda. He said, if you promise the world and you cannot give even a cup of water, then you have a problem. And deal with now Salome. Presently, this new direction, whatever they call themselves, the manifesto, is the best. See here, this despicable state of affairs has to change. The people of this country are yearning for change, and change is inevitable. Prepare to lead this democratic change on 7th March 2018. This is the SLPP New Direction Manifesto, page 4 and page 5 are they read from. So if you go through this manifesto, all you see about change, promising the people of Sierra Leone. I am again offering the nation hope and a new promise that Sierra Leone will be better for all under my leadership. I promise a new direction for Sierra Leone as a united, peaceful, progressive, dynamic, confident. Can you imagine this adjective? Imagine if you go through this, I'm not even able to go through all the adjectives there because you could just vex. just lies. You know, that this kind of thing now get me into politics because now we don't give up on the politics of Salone. I don't ever know about put more on the politics of Salone. Ever. Now the first and this and the ever come into the politics of Salone. You know, just reading these kind of things, it just drive me mad. It just make me so angry that no, I have to do something. If now one person self are able to change na Salone, if now one person in mindset are able to change in a Salone, are proud for Denaya, Mama, they clap for you. Oh, thank you. You just win the world record of Manicos. Thank you. I may not even turn on you because I'm not sabi, I'm not able, I'm not get that time. They're waiting me noise. Come, Lord, we talk about facts. Do we have a progressive Sierra Leone now? No. Do we have a peaceful Sierra Leone now? No. Dynamic? Is it confident? Is it enterprising? Is it a happy nation? No.
Into politics. That's for real. I was not into politics. I was just like 20%, or even maybe 15%. You know what? The program, you know, but I can see things the way they happen in our country develop every day and then you know the wife who I'm married to, like she's into politics. You know, my wife updates me every day about things that happen in the country. In most them, the reality, I mean, just focus on entertainment. But I begin to see things the way they happen in our country. I say, now so we president the talk. Now so we first lady they behave. Now so ministers they behave. Well, me as I'm not saying that as a celebrity, but somebody when are the voice of the voiceless, I sit back. It's not gonna happen. You know, it's time for we step up the game. I'll go over to you, Rachel.
Well, I just want for any Sierra Leonean way take off in party lens. No pull out, no take that party lens out. And then we think for once like a Sierra Leoneans, and then we think for the green, white, and blue. Waiting presidents and former presidents talk about leadership because the people are going and are politicians, they what they think about the next election. Not only leadership, what they think about the future of we young picking them. We not get that leader dates where they think for the future of we young picking and a politician they will get. Now the Nepal campaign, the Nepal lie back. That's what the politicians are. Think about the next election, not about the future of the people then. So it talk about a leader we go consult, we go engage. We not see it. It talk about again say make we president or we leader them with the opposition we come. I'm sure it's refined, definitely refined to President Bio. Say make you not make bogus promises to the people of Sierra Leone. At least let we live in reality. Because them bogus promises and then now, how for live up to her now, nine are the problem now. Now, Sierra Leoneans get for take responsibility of those bogus promises that we make to the people of Sierra Leone where you're not able to accomplish. That is why he also say, make less promise to the people of Sierra Leone. So that at the end of the day, if we're not able to achieve all things, we should be bold enough and truthful enough as a leader for counsel with people and say, I'll not be able to do this. Now this I don't do. Now this I'll not be able to do. These are the challenges them. That is what you call leadership. And we haven't seen none of it. So those presidents, we haven't seen engagement, we haven't seen consultation. Look at what happened to the parliament. By force, power. Pull APC parliamentarians and put SLPP them. take the speaker, the leader of parliament, the speaker of parliament, and put you on. There is no consultation. The country at this point is more divided than ever before. So these are the things. So Namika say, the words of former President Nkrumah, it really touched me, because this is what they call leadership. Now that if we get that kind of leader then a Salon, honestly, in the next 5 years, Salon will be a better place. If we get leaders where they think about the future of the people there, not to the next election. So for just talk about waiting president, former president Nkrumah say, these are just my few points where I take away, and where we not really see that kind of leadership they ate from President Bio in bogus. In fact, now add you the add. What a shame! What a disgrace to our president. For can lie we as if say they don't even take we serious, because the only president will not take the in people and serious. Then go can and lie in people and especially we will go small book. This is absurd.
Well, let's play this video, please.
Mr. Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank the Secretary General for convening this second SDG moment to highlight inspiring SDG actions despite continuing COVID-19 pandemic. The unprecedented challenges of COVID-19 have further exposed nations to heightened vulnerabilities and to rethink delivery on SDGs. Mr. Secretary General, Sierra Leone's roadmap, it is aligned with the African Union Agenda 2063 and the global SDGs. It prioritizes human capital development, and we have identified SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions, as our accelerator goals. Those goals remain pivotal to the transformation of our country, and my government remains fully committed to their implementation. Our commitment to deliver on SDG 4 is demonstrated by policy on radical inclusion, policy reforms, and infrastructure and other developments to support education. In spite of COVID-19, school enrollments have increased. There are higher student success and comprehensive safety indicators. Families are saving in excess of $500 a year per student.
Well, I don't know who that go answer with this question, because I know say Cashbox, me and Cashbox are out of it. Lord left and give the woman them $500 every year per school picking business. Like how to use sign up.
I just, I just feel
It's not fun.
tired. But then people, they're not going to frustrate we, they're not going to make me tired. We go continue for bring out the lies them. Family, then they say $500 a year. How come? Who say? Doing what? From what? From where? These are all questions then. And one President Bio, it fits President Bio sit down before me, let it begin, because you know, go just use a blanket term for describe a situation. How are the families saving this $500? How did they save them? From doing what? From what? Okay, the enrollment increase. Yes, because there's a free education. But then I go back to a manifesto, page 36 and 37. It says it go revert from the 633 system of education to the 6334 with focus on improving learning and teaching and providing for those who cannot pursue university education. Is he doing that? Has he reverted any system? The schools they're still there at the system where they get morning shift. When me in school, when we go to convent, I don't know convent for morning shift and afternoon shift. So we go in a one shift. Outside the two shifts come out. If you say you go revert them, you don't revert them. No, you don't revert it. The thing's still there. Then just get a boku picking them, put them a building them, or put them at them papers. Because some schools them like an interview once. I don't remember again when somebody they say the one school where they na paper say in a school where picking and they go. When them go check, I think some people and do something. Now the person asks say, so now just girl picking and they go na this school. So where are the boys? If the girl picking they don't go, I don't know what's in the person. Hey God, I'm not able to remember again. Forgive me for that. So you see, not just make up something, not just make up something. Then pack boku picking in our schools. They not provide the resources. What makes up a good educational system? Now in this 21st century, we not even see chalk. Okay, let's say for the talk, say we go forgive we leaders them. Let them still they use the chalk and the blackboard. But for some schools that we hear say even chalk no they for write na the blackboard. You know, day for the teachers, books not there for picking them. So what is actually this thing where they go then lessons them? Because the schools then the picking them go choke up now the schools. Resources not there, teachers they're not there, building they're not there, empty building then there, chairs they're not there, books not there, nothing not there for them for learn. Then the parents then get for take them picking them out, then begin sending at them people. They're all this whole team of President Bio, they are all made up of pathological liars. Now lie, now the people there, they need afraid for lie, and they look people in them face, they lie, but the presidents in wealth, in ministers, them, they need even afraid for lie, pathological liars. They need afraid for lie, they shame for lie, they need even think before they talk, for let them know say this 21st century, anything where you say it go down on record, not only in writing, in video, it will get you of waiting they come out of your mouth because the evidences are there where you they lie on the people and then go come back and haunt you, you know, their lies they did. So Shaba,
that's why we're here. Thank you, like Rachel.
Yes, we go just talk small more. Then boxing go analyzer. You know, say that you go me go just talk small more. You know, and as Kumra, I will just talk small as Kumra. You know, I always say this government or this president, to be specific, they don't get the interest of Salon people at heart. Then they look like anything, because for me you come on television and talk about that kind of thing to Salon people and feel say we go walk and we go clap for you. And not only that, there are people will go out for shove them inside you to go to their light and therefore make you believe when you're seeing the reality. I mean, like Zainab say, in fact, parents are spending more now on extra classes because the classroom then choke. It's free. And sometimes parents are even spending more money. And it been talk say it put library now all the districts them. It been talk say they put it build school now all the districts them. I mean, it makes so much promise about this free quality education, and honestly waiting they pain me now this free quality education and they go papi show with like for say they don't do 200% over them. This not the project where in fact they want for me. because the people of Sierra Leone know the parents, they pay extra classes for them picking them. They feels it and they knows it. So if not the free education, because they put quality there, that is free education. Una want for papi show it for use for campaign this time around. Una they make a big mistake because the people of Sierra Leone, they don't know the truth, and not so because you they talk all them bogus talk here na public. You know. This power government is just they're not they take Salon people as serious. When they think about the thing the way they come out and the words of the president matters. The words of the president matters. Like you say, now I make them pull Donald Trump because Donald Trump can't talk. They think they talk and you don't care. You don't get one empathy for American people now for young people no more. So this is what is happening right now as I speak. The words of the president matter, and the president who gets not get one empathy. They see him param. They feel him because when a president talks, but this finding the fact or asking about the fact. There's so many lies. Honestly, if we do a fact check of what the President Bill don't say and what he don't do, I'm telling you, the thing that we not do, he overweigh the thing that he managed for do. And at this point, I don't know what's in SLPP or this power government go boldly tell me say this now what we don't do from scratch. So now, but we go come to then he talk about again this in Lebanon, when they talk about COVID, before Kashmos, I just want to reach this small. This now the president who don't travel over 150 times, past any other president in Salon, and he talk about COVID. Inside this COVID, he travel past any other time. Inside the COVID, where Salon people and they suffer, your people are suffering. People are not outside the next meal they come out. You grab you don't even tell you people.
But they go honeymoon. What's wrong if you go honeymoon?
Hold on, not to honeymoon. First of all, he say they go. He grab, he go first. He say they go on medical. After 2-3 like weeks, what people are not they ask, oh president, Sisi Ogenge. He pull video honeymoon mood activated. So it means you don't get no feeling for the people of Sierra Leone at that point. Say when the one on wall they cry, people then they mourn. Then you they tell we say you citizen there. We put you in that position there. You they tell we say una don't go honeymoon. That means say we not crap who they talk. That means say we not no entity. That means say we not useless Salon people there. And we will cancel that over. They can't make money over it. They will cry on other man country. That's the signal and not sent to we, and we get it.
Cash you all on right there, please.
My content chief don't put up on the streets for do assessment, the reopening of schools. How last one they see picking them not get enough furniture at the school. Once she don't have grown for rights. Very, very much sudden. Because she just few picking that they will get access for get bench and desk for rights. That Butu rights. How long they got the Butu for rights? By the time school they off, the uniform don't notice, then they get paid.
Kashi, is this propaganda?
Shaba, like what Rachel they say, the problem we get in our country, politicians then they see with the people like one kind yoni way they not treat, they're just a mass, they're just a trample upon. These guys do not have any respect for the people. No respect at all. I mean, in fact, they even want to reference that video the way you just show of them picking their way they write Nagron. Then they tell you about free and quality education, but we see the Minister of Education, then they go in a public school, it's in choice for making picking and go private school. Now, because he know too well say the public school is rubbish. He know that. He go to a church, the church gets school, he tell the church say, make the pool pan their offering. If they say no more than they wait for the government, it will take long. Shaba, honestly, these people, and I do not know whether it is the people have not know waiting for demand from this government, or should we wait until the government puts them inside we? I know the politicians, they love to kind of like put the people under their pocket, so they control them. They remote control. I don't want to bore people with numbers. For make you say this president, you know, it is embarrassing for make we sit on here, they tell we president say it a lie. But seriously, Shaba, this man is a liar. Big time liar. And I can't, without boring people with the numbers, and this is waiting.
But Kashi, quick one. Now, crime for tell the presidency the lie?
No, of course not. I don't think so. I'm not a legal man. I'm not a legal expert. But definitely, if you lie, I mean, Shaba.
We'll go turn on the other way, say, you know, they talk to. The opposite of you know, they talk to. Now.
Let's be polite. Let's be polite.
You know, they talk to. No, they talk to.
But you know, Shaba, honestly, going back to the $500 where you say picking in the save, and the reason, and I want to make people understand this, Shaba, the reason why it say people in the save $500 now, because in other words, the parents then they spend $500 prior to the free education. If everybody can agree with me on that. So if basically you been they spend $500, me don't can foot the bill for you. This is the reason why you've saved $500. Let me just get this, the premise, like say, all man they save the $500 because the government is now spending on the parents' their behalf. Shaba. But now we can look outside the lie day. Now we can look outside the lie day. $500 per child. You know, almost speaking and say then they use the free quality education. According to the government, it's 2.6 million picking them. 2.6 million picking them. So $500 per child, and then the government they spend on behalf of parents and now $500. It means the government they spend about $1.3 billion every year. $1.3 billion every year, Shaba. You know, when you convert $1.3 billion into leones, let me use a low rate. Let me say 10,009 at the exchange rate. We don't say you don't pass that. It is about $13 trillion. $13 trillion, Shaba. Now in government they spend. Shaba, you know it's in a salon budget, $0.5 trillion. Salon budget. This is the disgrace.
Cashbox, only right here.
Yeah.
What can listen to that audio? Anytime you talk about money business, he make me the arts. I should begin to talk about audio. I should begin to talk about money business too. I know what, sir. You know what? Before you continue, me I get you to watch one comedy show. One guy when they call it I Go Die. As a comedian.
Yes, I know.
I Go Die he say when they give Nigerian budget, when they say
Nigerian budget sign killing papa, and they say 5 million trillion.
I know what for bigger than Apple with me. So when they tell you, and make sure I say Apple. Put a piece smart gun up for you because I don't accidentally the guy.
I go take them calling the number.
I'm going to for without media.
Somebody not die. But wait till the try for say that Shaba, the blatant lie and Shabana, because for many people and see the blatant lie. If government they say that they spend 13 trillion leons, which is like $1.3 billion, and then we budget now we country for year, Shaba. Now 7.5 trillion, which is like $750 million. Mm-hmm. How a government they spend in one area past the total budget for the country? Is it possible? You know, Shaba, this is a disgrace. And this is every time we tell you.
Indeed,
but
yes.
that's not Shaba. Now the fact that this president, they try to tell we say, waiting in light, he say waiting in the spend for the education budget is 13 trillion, which is way above the total budget for we country. We country in budget now 7.5 trillion. And Shaba, let me tell you, the 7.5 trillion where now we budget, the country waiting with the collect now $500 million, which is about 5 trillion. So we budget. In other words, waiting we supposed to spend. We not able to we go bigger.
That's the bigger. I make you get debt there like this.
First we go bigger. So Shaba, this is the thing. This is the disgraceful thing for this kind of lie where the president lie. They tell we say families then they save $500. And the reason why I said the point, the government now don't foot the bill. So when the government don't foot the bill, now then they pay on behalf of the parents. They now, how can you spend in education more than the government in budget? Doesn't make sense to anybody, Shaba. And just before I close on this point, that these governments, they just, like what you just said, they just do not take the people serious. They just feel, say, we are nonsense. They can lie, they can do anything where they feel for do. You know, when this guy, they try to talk, like when they make a statement, he said it is strengthening the police. Look at the judiciary. Look at the parliament. Every institutions have been broken, don't be captured. It is a state captured of institution. Every institution, it capture all institutions to the extent it go to the audit service. We're supposed for the report on the government, government accountability. It even capture them. Sack the woman. Can you imagine? And you tell me about strengthening institutions? Anyway, over to you, Shaba.
I don't know if you will confirm this for me, Cashbox. APC then debt during the 10 years, it was 4.99 trillion euros. SLPP in 4 years, then debt now 30.71 trillion euros.
That's not true, Shaba. That statistics is not correct, because I remember, I don't know if now we Honorable Abdul Kabo be the talker. I think it was 1.5 billion, I think, with APC debt's been day. And then now I think it don't go to 3 billion or 4 billion or so. So like there is an increase of like 1.5 to 2 billion dollars, sorry, with this government, Shaba. When you look at any country, now even when they talk about the rest price, be the 60,000 leons, it comes to 200,000, APC, all these things, Shaba, let me tell you, even when rest come to 200,000 leons, the rest be still cheaper past how we been there, where be there 60,000. Somebody where I talk, they go say, how does that make sense? But it was realistically cheaper. And I come to the debt, because, Shaba, when you talk about the debts them where APC left, you get like roads them where they make with the debts they are. You can see it. And World Bank now they report, then they make it clearly to we like it in a World Bank the website where they say before they make the road them, if they take 20 minutes per kilometer for transport with agricultural produce them. After they make the road them, they take 2 minutes per kilometer for transport with agricultural produce them. You see, like in a way, the country become more productive as a result of the road construction. And APC take the debts there. I mean, me know they say, like, of course, things don't happen. But the fact that you can see it with your eyes.
At least you see something. At least you see something tangible.
You can see it with your eyes. Yeah. The road construction. And Shaba, the reason why I bring the rest come inside, now the fact that in economics, they always say any country where they go through infrastructural development, inflation bound for happen.
Right.
And when inflation happen, you exchange gets back it depreciates. In other words, you exchange gets the bad a little bit where infrastructural development they take place like you country. It bound for happen. It happen in China. It is a normal economic theory or not even practicality where it be say when you go through that thing. So what's in the type of saying here, you find out say when it has been the 60,000 leons, you know almost not been the minimum wage in a salon, it was 90,000 leons. So after somebody buy yes, he only gets 30,000 for spend. Shaba, now when that inflation they take place, just as a result of like road construction, infrastructural development, you find out say rest come to 200,000 leons. But what did APC do? They increase the minimum wage to 500,000 leons. So you find out say people then like people let me they spend like they get like beaucoup money for spend after they buy rest. Now look what's in the apple now. We minimum wage is 500,000 leons, I think, and then rest is about 450,000 leons. So this is the reason why I tell people and say even when rest be the 60,000, on where APC increased to 200,000, it was still cheaper in the APC days past where it be the 60,000 leons. And I go back to the debt issue. Shaba, tell me, waiting the guy they are don't do with debt. And let me tell you, Shaba, from the COVID and then they blame COVID, but the money when this government not received during COVID, if even COVID not been there, we're not going to be collected as a country. During COVID, the 2 years of COVID, IMF and World Bank, just IMF and World Bank approved $1 billion for this government. $1 billion. They don't disburse $650 million. But they don't give this government. So in other words, Shaba, what's the guy for saying now? These guys, them, the debt where they don't take, what's they do with them, not thief, then the thief. Imagine, then thief this money, take the bank governor come in the open and see money not in the banking system. Do you know how that's me? What's in that me? This is the reason why we see likes of Standard Chartered, then they left the country. Because if the central bank do not have money, what do you expect the commercial banks them to do? How do they operate?
Catchman, just only the right here, please.
We wasted $68 million to bribe people who were hoarding loans to bring it into the banking system. And we spent $68.5 million that did a lot of good in this country, stabilized it, so that in this country now, you have rice. You go to Liberia, even to find rice, you can't. The point here then is
that bank governor they should have been investigated by ACC. Period.
Well, you see, with anything, you see, again, it go back, Rachel, to the word where you use where they don't get respect for the people.
Wasted.
Yeah. What do you the guy for say right there? You see, Rachel, you know, I don't want Shaba, I don't want tell people because I don't want to go in detail too much. One, I respect you not get for the people then because first of all, I understand what it mean by the word bribery. The word bribery is a criminal word. You're not supposed to use them.
That's
I understand what you the try to say. In other words, you could have used like, oh, I'll be the try for encourage people. I used $68 million for encourage people and for face the money come inside.
Well, this is because all this are because you get people that were in a position where get dominion certificate.
You know one.
You know, when a country gets people away, we're not in at the right place. The country will be very unproductive.
Yeah,
it'll be very unproductive because now then PhD dominion certificate, bank governor, and the rest of it. That is why you don't know the language.
Okay, but you was there.
The language.
Actually, you was there. Hold on.
The Chancellor and founder of Union Christian University to come and address it all.
I look for
Dominion.
I have the power to rule.
I have the power to rule. Dominion.
I have the power to rule.
Dominion.
I have the power.
Somebody shout, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Dominion, yeah.
Yeah, Dominion, yeah.
Yeah, Dominion, yeah.
Yeah, Dominion, yeah.
D-O.
Cash box, I guess that they go get your PhD. I just don't know what's about it. I just sing, hey, Domino, like I want to create a song. I want to create a song.
But it go fine for make we just address this this PhD gate issue and fake certificates when they go around for a little bit no more, because President beyond the thing that we're talking about, but let me just address this. Now, one of the reasons this, I can tell you, when we have these PhD holders in these institutions, you just see people and they will get them kind caliber of degrees and certificates, but yet the country is not productive. You go begin to ask yourself why. We have all those people. I mean, we what's supposed for no what's in a and for supposed to put things in place, but yet the country they become productive with all of these PhD holders for intimidate people. So this PhD great issue don't open we eye them more. Honestly, we don't see, because we ask what is Salome the better, but what's in do? Because we put the wrong people there, we go put the wrong people there, now the right place, but they use the wrong people there for put there. Look at the Inspector General, and it saddens me that the ACC, the Ben Kelfala, in an interview, use such words, say because they not use those certificates or whatever for get into the job where they so think say they'll get any crime. First of all, these people, the IG and Paran and so many other people that were inside the government as we speak, close to power, to the presidency, these people, they're all position of trust. So if they're not, if them people here, they fraud their certificate, they fraud the academic and credentials. Oh no, we be realistic. How much more they not go fraud salon people there? They not go fraud the country. I mean, it's simple logic. If you can fraud your academic credential, even whether you use them or you not use them for attend that position, but there's a tendency for make you fraud the country, for make you fraud the people of Sierra Leone. So I am so disappointed at anyway, I'm not disappointed. Let me not use that word because instead they're all there in anti-corruption, in the fight for the government, not to against the government, in there with the government. So I you not come as a surprise to me, but this is something where they open the eyes and minds of Sierra Leoneans. This PhD gate. Over to you,
Kashi. Before I come to Zainab, Kashi, next dispensation, do you think say we need PhD holders them for one way country?
Shaba, by the way, I'm not a PhD holder, so I not be doing a Domino.
Dominion,
And then big grammar, are you not one of them?
But Shaba, I love to give example.
Right.
If you go to like the Western world where you and I live, most PhD holders they're in a classroom. And waiting people and they fail for realize, waiting them country they are believing is experience. The very PhD holders them, where they do their thesis, they go and look for practical experiences them. People them where don't create something. They go and kind of like study how do these people actually go about and do it. It is all about research. They go even go research somebody in fishing, a carpenter. They go even go research somebody in like they go research like a fisherman. That tells you. Let me tell you, Shaba. If you go like the Western world, what these people value, what in them value is experience. They value experience. I make most of the time. You get African people, and I don't say education are good. because when you do research, it kind of like come with new things them waiting people have to do. I am not disputing it at all. But waiting people in the field for realize important people in 2 to 4. That is the most important thing, Shaba. I know the problem with people go for PhD and all that thing, and they know. It's just that for me, that is one thing where even before this all nonsense they come, I've always tell people and say, I don't will ever get PhD in my life. I don't like it. And I just know because it is research. And when you do more research, you learn a lot about things. I do get it. But Shaba, you know one thing? I don't believe, and most, as I say, most PhD holders in the Western world, they're in a classroom. They use their research and turn them into something, into practice. You know, look at the bank governor, like what Rachel just talked. Say them for don't bribe. This guy, he get PhD. Then we look at the one that we even get real PhD in another country. You know, the foreign minister, when I have been the chief minister, David whatever, David Francis or whatever his name is. Yes. This man study peace and conflict. The bank governor, this man is a professor. This now man in one of the biggest role now how to control like the money supply in an economy. You're not able to control the money supply now with economy. You're not even able to tell when for do like a currency redenomination. No country they ever change in currency where confidence not in the system. No country they ever do one. All the countries that we don't. Zimbabwe don't do currency redenomination twice. This guy ought to know these things. But waiting to happen, they go ahead, they do this thing. The reason why make we currency so bad, they like today, Shaba, now because of this currency redenomination. Confidence not in the system. Waiting people and do. People and go now and go buy dollar. They release the Leones into the system. So now, as I talk to you, the reason why I make even less petroleum, if you listen, the Sierra Leone Importers Secretary General, the Association Secretary General, it tell me one thing, say, even dollar, they don't get dollar for go buy things from abroad. Why? Because confidence not in the system, because of this old currency denomination, people can go buy the dollar now and keep them because they don't trust the Leones. This is the one reason will cause the hardship alone. But all of these things, this guy not actually see him. This guy now a PhD holder. This is the reason, Shaba, we do not need PhD holders. We need people with vast experience. People that we know how things them will be done, how things them will turn from 2 to 4.
Zainab, except for one of them.
Yeah, Dominion, yeah.
I know each that level date. I still they don't. So like just like waiting cash boxing. We no need, well, it could be good if we get PhD holders in a salon where they into politics. It could be good, but I don't think say that for be a criterion for become a politician or for become a leader na any country. Because, for example, I go just even blacker. We all don't see blacker analysis we give of the
one side the way, one side, not because you want to, one side the way, I always watch blacker. If I want for laugh, now they watch. Black as well because the music is inside office.
It's always you don't remember say this. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't look Blacker makes sense than we bank governor. Blacker understand
school
the system. Now, Chris, man, you know, if pass me and you too. Right. Because if you in the go ahead and do this thing right now, where the country they in this kind of state, when we we're not to economists them just from sitting on the corner, I go begin for say this is so wrong. Now the problem is Salon and President Bio confirm me saying they give job to possibly way no sabi. So the people that were President Bio give jobs so now people that will be they feed them. Now people that will be they give and small thing for that past 22 years where they way not be the work. You know they do nothing. And not the real fact. This I they even sit down now for talk. Feel proud for saying that about me president. Me a proud Sierra Leonean. And this go at the seminar proud Sierra Leonean, you know. So, but this not the hard fact. President Bio say, you know, they hire people away no sabi. So what he do? Now people away be they give small, and me I'm not person. When me I into be they attend uni, we tell me say him. He a man that they be they give President Bio even for buy fuel for the motor car for go meeting there. He not be get. The person said to me, now they see don't now this London they eat we country money. Oh,
but the man in the work. The man in the work. For how many years the man in the work? He was working.
No, he wasn't working. He wasn't working. These are all lies. These are all lies.
Shaba, I don't know if now your studio is in the work because you know,
no, but if you get an interview, I don't know if Shaba get the interview. If you get an interview, that BBC interview where they talk, say if they do diamond and you know, if they go, say if they export diamond and stuff, you know. So I don't know.
One day, avec, say if you are blind and instead of getting page, also he writes President Biobi get pharmaceutical company. President Biobi the work if the person say not be the work. Now say, but if you are blind, they will keep quiet. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. Come on, now. Who's kind of trouble this? Who's kind of trouble? Why make you think say you for can't tell salon people this kind of lie? You say because no more you want join being President Bio. Okay, that's fine. Everybody get right for belong. Everybody get right for choose. You can do APC today, you want go SLPP. That's your choice. That's your problem. But no they can lie for you think say before sit down. So if them people let them sit down at that country, they not get experience. They don't know their job roles. Me, I doubt if the HR system in Sierra Leone, if they really the right job descriptions, they mean that part day. If me, I get the opportunity for work for me country, for give back, that's the play. Become me background na HR and human resources. That's where I love to go in and just take a look at their job descriptions from the president. Take them down. If they really actually get a file of people before they employ people before they people into jobs, then do they give them a job description? Because most of them people here what they see, they don't even understand the thing whether they wake in the morning, then take now the house like 5 hours. If you forgot start work 9 o'clock, you stroll in by 12 o'clock, you stroll out by 5 o'clock or by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when you're supposed to get an 8-hour shift or 9-hour shift or whatever hours. You stroll in and out. They don't even understand.
Zainab, take a look. Presidents in the work.
Some people have argued that you've been unemployed for the past 20 years and you're not qualified to be president of Sierra Leone.
Well, I have not been unemployed ever since.
What have you been doing?
I just went through. When I left, it took 4 years for me to do my first degree, another 2 years to do my master's. And I did the past 3.5 years on my PhD program. I went back to Sierra Leone and I started a business and I employed so many people.
What's a business?
I was, first I started with diamonds. I'm a certified diamond valuer, the only person who leads that nation at the level that I am at the moment, who actually understands the technical details of one of our greatest assets, which is diamonds.
And the technical loopholes also of avoiding to pay the dues that go to Sierra Leone?
No, when you do diamond valuation, you are not looking at technical details to just avoid that. When you do diamond valuation, you actually study diamonds and how to value it rough. But because I was exporting, you will understand the process of getting a diamond, buying a diamond, going through the legal processes, and getting it into the world market through the Kimberley process. Of course, that we give you an understanding of the not only diamond itself, which is important, but also the market of itself, which is really what I think you are trying to understand.
So you've been doing that for the past 10, 12 years?
No, I didn't do diamonds for too long. I didn't find it interesting. So I moved on to cocoa and coffee. I wanted to start
with agriculture, but I thought that it was better to start with trading in agricultural products. So for 3.5 years, I was involved with exporting cocoa and coffee, and within a very short time, in concert with
Cash box if you know, because now I'm in England.
Look, I get one thing.
Only for criticize, cash box
No.
for no.
No. Well, exactly. I suppose for no, but you know, I get one thing with being out there with the 2-3 people that we know me. I'm not like for bringing some personal thing and we and know about people them. If I've been just here, because I know for sure people them where I was very, very close with, where they literally be they give this man that they put money every month for Gogiam. I know that and I know the people right now where they're in a position as salon right now. I know them. So, but I don't like for talking because I know I get for know that information they from me personal rapport with them. So as a result, I do not like for use that in a public platform.
But what if President Bill they talk is not true? Bottom line.
Of course. In fact, the question we could ask Naya is waiting to be in company in name. Simple. May tell we. If he say if he employ people then make it tell we waiting now the company name. Unfortunately, we get a country where for access to information is very difficult because we suppose like I mean America, you go on get to RI whatever on a column, you know the IR whatever. You know it now we get company's house, we get the HMRC where you can just type a company name and it come up straight away. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist in Salon. But why in hotel we in company name? If it's how we say employ people name, it should have mentioned.
I think so that done them for me don't ask and I done the interview.
In fact, even without telling you, I mean, like Rachel, if you get company right now, you go say, "Oh, I will get company name."
Yeah, you should be proud for call your company name. You should be proud to
Tell us the name of your company. No, this guy was lying, and me for one no. I know that I get the information as a result of personal communication with people. I wouldn't want to say it, but if I be get them from like a public or like something where they didn't the public domain, I would have easily said it. But
yeah, well, the bottom line, like you said, the bottom line is what he say in statements where he, or in response to that question, it was not true.
Yeah.
What are you say? What are you say? Not a true way the president seemed to do damn on business from the group and go business.
No. What's the name of the company?
You know, sometimes you know it's sad where we get a president or Salona serious and they would say it is your responsibility to challenge that. It is your responsibility for clear the air because now we put you there. If we have question about certain statements the way they make out there, certain bloggers talk the way they talk out there, and you citizens then need an explanation to that, it is your responsibility. That is why you are there to serve. But because they get this notion, say, me not to serve, me can serve, now I'll forget and think for the next election. That is why we are having all these difficulties today as Sierra Leoneans. But once we have a leader, we get the mindset, say, I am coming to serve the people of Sierra Leone. And things that what the citizens then get concerned about, it will come out and say it is true, or it will come out and challenge what's in the citizens and say and give proof. And this is how they do in this part of the world.
Richard,
that's how they do in this part of the world.
Richard, just to back you up very, very quickly, Shab, I'm sorry. If you remember, this man do a asset declaration secretly with the ACC man. If why you know come to the public and tell
you cannot take we serious.
You
cannot take we serious.
Associate or whatever. Let him tell us, or many ACC now can tell we waiting be denying asset declaration. Yeah. Come on. I mean, and understand you're playing the devil's advocate. You because you're not a moderator, you get for us this question as a declaration. Wait him be did it. Because if you get the name of your company, tell us.
Let's move on. We brother, Salon brother, Kamagamba, you know, is still locked up in a Pademba Road. They don't grant some bail. What's happening? We make to understand because of some passport issues. The Salon passport like president all of a sudden they reject them back. And Kamagamba still in a jail because of let's say test. I watched one video recently. And to me, in your opinion, that video didn't make Kamagamba. He didn't have Pademba Road up to now. I want for make una self seal to my eye and justify.
Not your right to get
no,
married.
not to that. It's time for go do public purpose. So much. I don't so feel as you don't have the ask waiting at Leone last night. I say I want something tangible. What I go see say this president don't do. I know you look this last week where the president of Ghana just signed a contract with Toyota. They can begin make Toyota assemble in Ghana. Volkswagen, they go assemble in Ghana. President Bio, what was the only woman they kiss her for married? You know, it hurt me.
To marry, right?
2 days, yes, Senegal.
Is it not your right to get
no,
married?
No, not to that. It's time for go do public purpose. So married.
But it's
No,
right.
it's not. No, it's nothing
You
personal.
want to take his personal, his
Listen
private
this.
life
Listen this.
from
The
him?
man be don't marry 2030. What do we know?
Yeah, so if
there
you
was a
decide for
first
married
lady.
back,
Listen this.
what the crime
no,
in
he
that?
decide for married way he don't get money because he not get money. Now he cannot be able to do a big married. Now because he don't get money.
No, but this
you
is-
know, listen this. We all listen. Maybe get money make her do me married them.
This is a private. This is a
there's
private.
nothing private
wedding.
about a president.
No, but as a man who is married, you know. I think say the president gets rights and it is right. Now your rights if you decide for married in wife.
I say now the mistake this a lot of Sierra Leoneans they do. If president want privacy or person like they come to that, go be a private life. When you be, you know what's happening? Hey, some people say, oh, you know, use state resources. Not like the motorcar we president BO go with. He ain't worth. Now we motorcar, now government motorcar. The fuel we use, now government motorcar. The security they be gather. Now we they pay the security there. The state lodge we go. Now we host, now government host. Yes, he used state resources for marriage. At this timing, it was poor for him to do a public marriage. Period. Anybody will disagree in your own business that, but we even
You don't
inside
like the
the
president married?
No, publicly like this for now, no. If he be single, astagfirullah, in wife die or whatever, is single. You want, yes, now we all forbid don't go to that wedding day. But if you don't, according to the record,
in line with
listen this.
religion.
No, listen this. Oh, if we don't do one before.
No, but if now we decide for
now. Because listen, 22 year, listen, 22 year president, be not get woke.
So
listen now.
So if you become
get money, now you get money.
If you become president, anything when you private life, you know for doing because you're a president. If you think if you're a Muslim, if you want to have a second wife, when you become president,
how they do a suffer way nobody don't know.
No, but you do it in your presidency. No, but you do it in your presidency. Condemn me if you do it in your presidency.
Let me show you. Private church. Listen. You do a private church, everybody don't know self. So then I ain't security, then go marry.
But you know it's difficult for the president to do anything nobody
No, you
know.
what the chef say is, Senegal, then just all launch a wind power, where they can get electricity to 2 million people, a wind power. We're not the first now West Africa now. That same week, now at the CME president, he just did a church, he launched a public kissing. All I try to tell you is here, it's not about, what I make a talk, then there's a one audio say, I congratulate them. And she's in a private life. They don't marry in a church, not so? In a Catholic church this year, 2020. 2021, Fatima Bio saying a Muslim. He publicly, I see one video say, we say, in the first lady when a Muslim. For make you Muslim, you get for therefore married in a mosque. So Fatima Bio, next year, President Bio, please, I urge you now, this message now for you, go marry Fatima Bio in a mosque. And then 2022, Fatia Bio, instead of public, we don't say in a Gambia.
You agree, say,
go married. You agree,
say married in the private life of the president.
I can't be quick, but I don't this now. Yes. 2022, go married in a Gambia. And 2023, we send a honeymoon, make them go enjoy the married life. Yes, to your question, there's no.
That's what.
This
interview say let's go play bago.
Left cash box was
I want it repeatedly. Now, so this particular interview, Let's tell this guy go panic back.
Interview.
Public kissing.
This interview. This interview, now make Fatima.
This interview, now
make Fatima deal with Kamaremba. He put on a palemba. He throw the key under the bridge.
Yes.
This is not pull up and joke.
No.
This interview now give Kamaremba problem. And in right as a Sierra Leonean first, not even as
question.
In right as a Sierra Leonean first. Express what do you feel? Your country, they never tell you say freedom of speech no do, but you know say after you don't do your freedom of speech, you know so you get for go.
Yes.
They never tell you say no do. Why you go talk? Why you don't talk down? They not say they never invite you.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Yeah. So this particular, on a more serious note, now this particular video, 9K cameraman and Pademba road with Fatima and try under Abadi Bridge.
The president they public kissing.
And yes. before I pass the talk to Zainab and Cashbox, I just want to say this way cameraman they talk about other developmental things them where other countries they embark on. I want to clear this. I want to say this. This thing what we let for say you presidents get for travel before the country develop. That's a lie. We don't see them from former Tanzania president Mukuvili or whatever. If I'm speaking in name Makuvili or whatever, we don't see them. That man they not travel. No, he not go big. He not travel. He sit down in country. He just cut cost. It just cut the ministerial, the ministries them, it cut them, they build on the human resource, it build on the capacity, they build on what's in the natural resources of what's in the thing what the country get. That's all. Inside 3-4 years. Tanzania don't develop, don't take another form. So the idea for later they can't tell we say, oh, President, we then get this excuse here, and let me tell
the man it can't bad reputation out there.
No, well, you can't to that video there because what they talking about, they see video first before analyze. But let me just round up by saying this talk where they always say now APC bona them don't do this, now APC na them don't do so, then don't left the make economy, then don't make so. That is why we voted for you. For let you can't make the change, you can't complain. Say that APC we don't do this, that APC we don't do that. That is why we voted for you. Because you tell me say they can't change everything. So why anytime there's an issue, you get for refer to the past government? Anytime where you what then quiz where the people of Sierra Leone and quizzing and you get for refer to the past government. I mean, this one shows that this government not able this game and let them pull on 2023, then for pull on.
With the fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will continue for fly.
This game enable.
You know, if Sierra Leone gets a private jet, a presidential private jets, the jet up on our cash box.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will continue for fly.
Over 150 times.
This is sad, Shaba. You know, like when you actually talk so this is what I say Zainab, excuse me. Because when you go to where you mentioned Tanzania, Magufuli, you know, Shaba, your reputation, you cannot be flying and go say, I'll go build my reputation, and then you sack Auditor General. You dey lock Kamarimba because it kind of like speak up. The reason why, Shaba, and it go back to the PhD thing we'll be talk about. Salone is untapped. Salone is a virgin land. I'm telling you this, Shaba. And I'm not saying this lightly. Salone is untapped. With all the PhD, they're not able to make Salone reach to in full potential or even half or even 20% of in potential. Shaba, as I talk to you right now, a research, and this I always talk about every time I do an audio. A research tell we say Salon talking they make $100 million from the water, $100 million from the water every month. The research when they do about Salon, then say Salon can make 3 to 4 times waiting talking they make every month, which could be $300 to $400 million every month. So when you do that over a year, we could literally be making $4.8 billion to $5 billion every year from water. You know what Salon they make as a country, which they collect $500 million. Imagine from just with marine resources, we could be making $5 billion. But Shaba, you know what they cause all this pain? You know what they cause hardship? We make Salon poor. Now this thing when they call confidence. The political stability not there, exist now with country. Shaba, you know what they sack Auditor General, where it be say people place their reliance on a report. The investor then they look at any country in audit report before they go to Salon. Like what Rachel talk, Mago fully not travel. Do you know, Shaba? The head of 34 Camp and tell we say the one whole country, no public hospital, no get MRI or CT scan. Shaba, you know what they sell CT scan or MRI scan? I check up $50,000. $50,000 they buy MRI or CT scan. But fully, when it go to one hospital, within 1 week, it go to one hospital. X-ray machine or then at the hospital. It tell the head of the hospital say it again. I don't know if that's 2 weeks now or so. It say it again 2 weeks for make it replace the X-ray machine. The guy replace him. Magofuli not be the travel way they talk so. But yet still, you lock people them up because they protest. You they kill the image of the country right inside you, under your nose. You say they go and travel. How does it make sense, Shaba? And the reason why make we country the with all the roots where we get. Look, again, recently they tell we say when Guinea, when the military could take place in Guinea, and at this across Africa, 80% of China, the iron ore where they import, it come out from Guinea. 80%. But yet still, the people are going to talk say, oh, China. 27% of the world's production they come out from China. Why go to China? China for good. You know why, Shaba? We get all the root. In fact, recently they say Salon found one of the highest grade iron ore. Recently, this like 2 months ago. Wow. Shaba, why make we not able to attract these companies them? When they make the youth man them, we get the youngest population. Africa get the youngest population of the world. Youngest. In other words, they're supposed to be productive. Right. Happen. We they take all the raw materials, them carry and go China. China go create job opportunities. China develop their countries them. We see them all day. We they go big. Imagine China can take raw materials, then now we they go big China back. Imagine even toilet for repair the toilet in a stadium. We they wait for 40,000 grants from China. What is the message? What is wrong with us, Shaba? What is wrong?
Zaina, what time you take this video where you just watch? Hold on.
Children Ghana just sign a contract with Toyota. They can begin make Toyota assemble in Ghana. Volkswagen, they go assemble in Ghana. President Bio, what's in launch? Now public kissing.
It's already killed Aberdeen Bridge.
No, Naime. Because they feel threatened so much by this guy. Imagine if this guy be they out, they not be taken.
Yes, if I don't cause problem,
out, waiting for don't happen at Salon. Like all this trade with them, other APC people them, where we know they see say they're effective opposition, them most of them. Although they try their best, I know they say this for criticize them, then they do their best. But if this guy not be there under lock and key, if I don't cause so much trouble, even if I don't call out for a protest na Salon, a massive one, where if I unbug President Bio, if I don't destabilize that President Bio in government long since now,
but they saw it coming. They saw it coming. They saw it coming. And we know say, and we know say technically we get now the mami ogenge and they rule the country. So now intrap kamaremba now en case param and put up the road and the key and say on the Abadi Bridge.
Mami say that the begin make the country 2023.
How will they do? But when we pass 2023 now, when we don't pass 2023, we now need to make sure say we do the right thing for the people of this country. Yes, we do what the people are asking us to do. Yes. We focus. We now live on with selfishness. Them we get for be them. We get for tell them say no, please. You enjoy your time.
We do the right thing.
He said we put himself there.
We left all selfishness.
He left to salon people. If
this video is amazing, Cashbox. This is not propaganda.
Easy. It will be easy for salon people and for the Sierra Leonean.
No, no propaganda. No propaganda again.
No, this is not propaganda.
If you don't know how they play for salon people now, let we analyze it.
Easy for salon people. But then give you work. Then give you business. Then give you work. Then give you whatever it is, something valuable for take care of. You come, you go for 4 years. You come back. Okay, can't go nani now. No, bruh. I'm not coming with nothing yet, too.
One more time, please, guys. One more time.
How will they do? But when we pass 2023 now, when we don't pass 2023, we now need to make sure say we do the right thing for the people of this country. Yes, we do what the people are asking us to do. Yes. We focus. We now live on with selfishness then. Then one day we're there within the party where they feel say it only get for be them. We get for tell them say no, please. You enjoy your time.
We don't understand where this video they come up from. Somebody in the background. Yes, ma. Yes, ma. The mindset of salon people. Because of the first lady they talk. Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Well, me on points inside this video before Cash and Zainab they take out. First of all, we have sometimes like I can always say I hate to talk about my fellow them bad eggs they also the ambog even we woman for they in leadership position. Some of them bad eggs they are so now in the ambog we say woman who talk because she talks more than she listens. And not to so possible one for lead, possible one for carry everybody along for behave. You have to listen more than you talk. But we have a first lady where everything about this government is now record breaking. Then thief pass APC, then corrupt pass APC, then lie pass APC. It's record breaking. We have a first lady when they think. I'm sorry to say before he talk, especially the things that na salon people that they talk to. If you see say na usai out you don't use for the operator that in camera where they say action, they're going to action. They talk what they for talk. I think so. Able for comprehend it today, like for say in a first lady how if for talk, what if for talk and how if for talk out. But how can you as a first lady you come and say where we, and the thing is it's a we, so what we left all with selfishness, it's a we who for left all with selfishness, so they know exactly how they treat salon people there.
Hold there, please. Now we go to the Pines FC.
So after 2023 now we don't go make a decision whether we turn the road. We don't open it now. We don't make a fine. We don't open a phone now. We don't put spoon here. We don't put hospital. We don't bring water. We don't bring electricity.
So, but this is not for the Linda. Now for the Linda, this for the Linda. Who don't remember for the Linda and salon? This is not for the Linda. When Linda talk for the Concord, for the talk Linda Concord. So it's like they have the same pattern. When Fatima Fatima first make the statement, then President Beyonce concord. When I make us for the Linda, we don't be the salon, we know for the Linda.
Not a team business down there, they do so. Now, 2 full man then they work together.
One team, one of says then they talk on a full and they talk, but they are for the Linda. When Linda talk for the Concord, for the talk Linda Concord.
How do they even hold back to call
like a pattern?
Bio or Fatima liars and 9MB?
How can you talk to the people of Sierra Leone as if say we are no peace? How can you treat us like this?
Yes.
So all the time we don't entrust you. Salon people, we don't entrust you now.
Yes.
With this country, for making a take we from the mess, we wanna say APC don't put weeper, from the corrupt practices the way we wanna say APC don't put weeper, from the thief we wanna say APC don't thief say, we don't entrust you now with this power. We don't entrust you now for make we lives better. That una they can't tell we say after 2023, after 2023. Yes. I mean, just this one statement by the president and his wife don't do for make salon people are able for make decision. I'm telling you, we are serious. If we are serious, as a citizen, just this one statement is enough to tell salon people and say this thing, this 2023, these people should be out because. Yeah. After one I don't do on a selfishness, now una want for cancer, una want work for the people of Sierra Leone. I mean, it's going to continue, just a continuity.
But the part of work, but the part of work.
It don't work on your farm. It don't work on your farm. Making it tell some people let them go plant potato leaf and wait safe. And the thing what even they pay me, then they say Kekotoba they talk about say then go Vietnam. Now make Vietnam a case study for how Salon go make so. You don't need to go Vietnam, go Tanzania.
Hold on right there, please.
It's a case study for Salon.
But you left for
Tanzania is a case study for Salon. Let them not go far. Tanzania, let them go ask them how they do it in 3-4 years. It's a case.
You don't cost anybody. You tell us about me na politics. I want to come talk to you about. Me government, they don't do A, B, C. They go take the pass Z. Because the manifesto will be put out. When are the written document of the things that will be say they do? When I will put out, we don't do that one day. The things that we do, in fact, we don't do more things than the day inside the manifesto.
I told you.
No, they are all lies. They are all lies. And if you know what they do, and if you know of the things them, because all them things that they way promise the people them, all the bad things the way the APC them they do for the last 10 years, if you know them, it highlights the nonsense way he called manifesto. It lies the way he puts together. He said the 10 years of APC government misrule and economic mismanagement since 2007 has created considerable suffering for our people. I have seen this firsthand during my nationwide tour of the country. The bad governance of the APC government under President Nkrumah has made Sierra Leone one of the poorest countries in the world and the third worst country in the world where people do not have enough food to eat.
Kashi,
get food now for
one more video. After the video, no matter you will summarize, please. One more.
The best way can happen away plant chop, and then bear fruits and they eat them. That make they encourage every Sierra Leonean. Maybe they plant with potato leaf. Maybe they plant with okra. Maybe they plant everything made in abundance. So that talk with the service market they talk. Me are hungry. Oh. We go left for the talk because.
Focus, 1 minute more. Me not only I want to touch you. I just want to touch that side where it say from A to Z. We don't pass Z self. Then it can make this other statement again. Honestly, we talk no more. But this PhD business here so. Some man now bribe forget this PhD. And we understand say David Francis na me the show. In fact, that they make they even sack David Francis at that school the way he be Cashbox listen for correct me if I'm wrong. Please that side. Because how can you have a president and we say don't pass Z? Not to bad thing they see picking there. Picking and go say now letter they will pass Z now. Then begin to ask them, Mama dear, whose letter where they pass Z? It's not true.
I for call Malia once ask Sam. Who's letter we pass Z?
Letter we pass Z. How can the president talk to us like that? With no shame. When they tell us they don't do all, then Kekotoma say, then don't do 85%. President say, then don't do all thing. So who now for believe now? Cashbox, yeah, carry on, Papa.
Cashbox, I don't summarize them videos that will not play. So, now once I like the last one I play. I went to the passy. I want to play them back. I love it.
The best way to plant chop. And then bear fruits they eat them. That make it encourage every Sierra Leonean. Maybe they plant with potato leaf. Maybe they plant with okra. Maybe they plant everything made in abundance. So that's with that talk with the service market they talk. Me are hungry. Oh.
They mock the people as well.
Now mocking, they mock some people.
It's not mockery.
Yeah.
It's not.
They mock the people. It is.
No. I disagree. I totally disagree.
They mock me.
Totally disagree.
It is mockery.
Cashbox. Analyze for it.
No, but this is the thing, Rachel. Shaba, would Biden speak to you guys like that in America?
No.
Exactly. Well, I make a mockery.
No, even the state governor say no Chris. Even the state governor no Chris.
Yeah, it go mistake for talk this way. Again, it go back to that point where Rachel make. It is about respect for the people. Politicians do not respect people. You know why imagine Fatima Bio say they telling people and say, "Una don't enjoy una time." What about the people's time? Did the people enjoy their own time? Before that, it is telling people and say, "Una don't enjoy una your own time." It is trying to tell and say they don't thief enough. So next, after 2023, but this is ridiculous. All this, the reason why President Biode speak like this, say, "Oh, we don't lay the road, we go time after 2023." It's all about respect for the people.
Right.
If then guy they respect Salon man, there is no way they will speak like this. No way, Shaba. And going back to waiting Kamaremba, we laugh about this thing, Kamaremba, it's very serious. Imagine this guy, and they talk about institution. They say the judiciary, the judge grants the man bail. Is it a clerk or whatever they call him, the registrar. Now he kind of like reverse the man in bail. Can go back in the court. Shaba, the reason why we can't see the tranga so now some of them tranganess. When this guy, you watch when this guy they abuse in human rights, lock him up for 2 years now. They don't jail this guy. Not even they try him. We all, if now rape, yes, make them kind of like carry this guy go court, make them hard the man in case na court. No, they lock him up. Now, can you imagine? Then now they come and tell people and say, "Oh, 2023, we don't lay the tar. Now una get for make it now. We don't make the good. Now una get for whether we get for lay the tar or not." Shaba. And this guy now, the president, we don't talk, say any side way it go, it counts the number of votes. These are all reckless statements. He said any side way to go.
Yeah, reckless. That's the right word I was trying to get. Reckless statements.
These guys do not respect Sierra Leone and them. Shaba. How do we get Salon people? I don't know if manned. We don't know waiting. Now we waiting due to we as Sierra Leoneans. We just don't know. So this is the reason why these guys they will come recklessly. Tell we but parents and they save $500 per pecan. These are all the things same way. Then they are all the plan Shaba now how they for go bigger money. Everything that they do na Salon now how for go bigger. They do not see the true potential of that country. I watched a documentary. In fact, that documentary, I know they even tired for watching. When they show the beach them, the island them, where Salon get. You go to the Banana Island, the wealth of history where we get about the slave trade, where the woman tell we about Usai, the slave master, them be Sidon. In fact, he even tell we say they go dig hole, they go pull the wine glass. Them Usai the slave master, them be the wine the way the slave master them be the drink. If now which man be gets them thing in they don't put slave trade, this history of slavery.
They did it in Ghana. Ghana, you see that they go back to Ghana. They do it in Ghana.
What are we doing?
People are going there. Americans, they go there, they protect that monument and relics, they protect them.
Yes, go.
You know,
the first time Shaba I see island. These are some of the islands that we all in the West where we want to go holiday, where you want to get Rachel. You look for island, also you go. Salon gets Boku Island, the Banana Island, the Turtle Island, where these guys show it. What are we doing with these things? The PhD, they teach the guy they are out for.
Oh, na Dominion PhD, na Dominion. We don't know now. Finally, say na Dominion PhD. So now we don't understand. No, it's
videos they will play before.
No, but seriously, now we don't understand why Salon not productive. We leaders them, the institutions then they are not productive. Now we get it. Now we get it.
Hold on there. Hold on.
We meet the budgetary allocation to agriculture 3.7%. In fact, of that 3.7%, the donors then be they give about 2%. So it means that government in actual spending was little over 1%. What we do? We don't commit to 6%. Now, because of what we don't do in the agricultural sector, I'll give you simple things then. We don't protract about 600 tractors, 200 power tillers. We don't make sure so we don't cultivate about 2,500 hectares. Indeed, there is something they call rice self-sufficiency metric. We don't increase with performance on the rice the way we produce. So for instance, in 2019, it be there 45%. Now we did 57.7%. So in 2020 alone, we produce about 637,000 metric ton of milled rice.
Mr. Sani,
but the question is,
I ask you,
our land,
our land, rice project.
No, our land. Attention to the process. Now, because we don't increase, why we still lay import less? Why less still they go? So I'm going to tell you the reason why. It they go because then we consumption habits as a country. So it means with consumption habits as Sierra Leoneans, we still prefer imported rice for its imported rice, so we rice down at the country. So I'll give simple instance, Dija. When last you eat continuous? Okay,
I still ask you, Mr.
So
Sani,
it means,
I still ask you 3 years ago, President Bio launched the Tomabom Rice Project. 3 years now, waiting they happen with the project.
I don't tell you say the project they gone very well. I don't even give you reference.
So it take 3 years for.
Rachel, we'll make it quick.
But we see how, first of all, how Keketoma is even shaky. We see how he's very uncomfortable with the question, struggling for answer that question, the waiting the happen with the Tamabon rice. Then he go further for ask Khadija, say, what do you they eat? And say, people prefer for eat foreign rice than we be local rice here. Where we on local rice, now, in fact, I the best. I remember them telling they call Walares. If I am not, yeah, now they call Walares. You get all kinds nourishment inside it. Oda go left for eat Walares if it's cheap and go eat foreign rice. I mean, these people think we are fools because they feel say they have all these academic credentials, so they feel say the rest of Sierra Leoneans are fools. No respect for us. That is why they can come on you. What's in the apple with Tamabonga? You say that the what's it say don't increase or what's in on they get them bogus English for mix up people and can confuse people for talk no more. See when not connect and go friend with say I mean, it's so painful. But this is why we should be having this discussion for explain to Salon people that we're not able to understand them bogus fake PhD English so that they speak to we. This is why we should have this discussion for make Salon people understand. Why Kekatoma for go begin a lie part? We say we prefer for eat foreign rice than we on country rice. Where today if country rice cheap, where you see all Salon people and go they rush for buy them. There is a production of the Tamabo rice. The SLPP that I know, then for don't show we. Remember that picture with the past 113 from Nigeria, where they show the rest, the pyramid of the rights and blah 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 blah. SLPP that I know, the power that I know. So God, them for don't power tamabo rice for sale. As I know them, and therefore don't bring a
Zainab, please.
Zainab, we are make talk on a cash box.
Before you come in, man, I want to use one song the way I love so much, man. From before President Bio Kana Power. I love this song. But I go on YouTube for search for this song. I'm not saying on YouTube again. The artist will sing the song for some reason, I don't know. But
it don't put on.
It don't put on.
And indeed, so long go sit down. We were votes, so God now we don't pay this. So long we are on talk.
Them people, yeah, we don't say I'm all. Them people, yeah, the thing where they do is then just lack of respect. Then takes alone people then for be fools. They're not. I don't know the words there. You know, you go just run out of words. Then the wamato and everything will just make you not even know the words they way for use anymore. But then people, yeah, they just lack respect for people. If he this presidential spokesman get the bold mind for go sit down. And then the president need a shame, he need a afraid for life. So everybody, the whole team, need a shame and afraid for life. If this man they tell people, they say now consumer preference make people them the foreign rice in price they escalate, and that means say in essence they tell we say the walrus dena salon, it they plenty in the market, it they in cheap price, but the people then just choose to go buy dear rice. Then choose for go buy the white rice with dear. Now their own choice. So the government not be
responsible for that.
For waiting the hardship and the bread and butter where people are not get food for it. The government not be held responsible. Now the people then fault because now they choose for do them. Ebo.
No,
Zainab,
I know what to make cash box laugh. Laugh play am back. I know what to make it laugh. As I be
now all be near so.
Is it? You don't regret last name. You know, Shaba.
That box. That bossy man. I don't call it possible singer. I call a couple of weeks ago, say I want for interview. I say, but that song, I didn't call it plus. He said, I cannot use my politics talk. He said, we can pay 10 cash about we cannot plus. So that's because I don't know already. You never come back and platform. You say no. The man can go on this set. The guy advise me. I mean, advice back for him. I'm your platform. The man come on, can serve you. This particular song. How you feel when you do this song? What's happening right now? Say no, they can like platform. You say you come to the song, but I mean you go ahead.
Okay, let me look at it this way. You see, that guy there. It all goes back to the respect we Adolad. You know, let me talk about the walrus. If you tell we say they don't produce 637,000 tons of rice, they say, but it is all about preference. First of all, you know, Zainab and Rachel, unana kumbra them. If una get cereal them where una picking, then they eat. Then the Pekin say, no, I don't want this cereal. If you care for you Pekin, and if you care, well, of course, I know you guys are very caring parents. You care for your Pekin say, I don't want this particular cereal. And you notice, say, even when you force up, and they eat some, you encourage that, and they eat some. You go left out for make embody done, and for make it kind of like lack food nine system, or you go find another option for them. Again, it go about caring and respect for the people. If you know say while I rest the people, it's all about the people. If you know say no one the while I rest, Paddy, if you not come back, find the one where the picking the ones, make it available. And then you know what? When you make it available, the one we don't produce. Go, I don't know about America, but in the UK, go now shop, them brown rest them. You see tiny packets. So then go sell and make them $5.
Yes.
Tiny packet.
Yeah. So Uncle Ben rice is expensive too.
So if you know the people want the white rice, give them the white rice, export this brown rice to nations. Let's make money out of it. Because always the complaint say the reason why the currency bad now because we know the export. So why then you just sit up, give the people them the white rice where they want until I understand the transition. Because me personally no like Walares, but waiting you they do. Are you going to say okay because when they eat okay with the left America export it, give the people waiting they want. So look, that is not an excuse. It goes back, respect the people choice. First of all, then we assume say don't make the people that are used to white race. Whether now you government or previous governments don't make the people and get used to white race. So because the people because Rachel, you begin they eat this particular cereal, you go rather say you eating and by no cereal now you go die with angry.
You find alternative.
It just not
not even a lie.
Thank you.
A lie.
That particular talking a lie.
For salon standard, if you want to be there, people then go buy them.
Zainab, let me play the devil's advocate. It's either one lie, so let me use the lie for analyzing to the people. Because it doesn't make any sense. You get certain people, we're not used to that healthy lifestyle. The world is waiting for us to ship them. Make we ship them to the world. So let me tell this government with a lie, when we don't send a lie in the lie, but then we say, okay, what I guess we want to get, please, the UK and America, and they wait for ship up to America when I can sell them. You know, Shaba, go back. These people do not respect you. You can see the blatant lie, but it's because they don't respect salon people. And secondly, the information out there, people have not get time. You know, it's just like when you say, keep them hungry and control them. This is exactly what they do to salon people.
Because the mindset of this government, so me don't see, the mindset is not to serve. The mindset of Canton Lord Hope and the people of Sierra Leone, not to serve. They not get that service, that humanity, that empathy for Sierra Leonean people. Considering Usa we come out, like what SF can, una be there pa poverty, una be there pa angry boku, una no say salon people and be there pa angry boku, una be no say salon people and they suffer, una be instead of una sell we no can shove, they want shove the lie inside with what we believe her. No, but they always make reference to Trump. You know when Trump they lie, what Trump in the lie in America, it make you even start to believe the lies. You know that some point you begin, you don't say the lie, but the way he will say it, it makes you start believing the lies. So this is what I see with this government. They go lie and make yourself believe say something a true way. When you know say a lie, and then go shove her inside to get people them when they think about salon, but for party, for saying no one party they in power. Even they are more that they're angry past some of the people there. They're angry past young people they say, but just because that name say now we party they in power, now party they in power, but then go they lie back say, oh not school now what President Bio say not school, and then they shove her now with go say we for believe this liar, power we for believe this liar.
Yeah, I want to say people have say as we round up, because we don't want to be biased. If you get any videos them how they are way things the way President Bio don't do, on our inbox me next week Sunday we go for their back we analyze the videos them. Anybody will get videos do. When I send them on inbox me, we go to analyze that. We go there every Sunday for analyze them videos here because I don't want to be biased. When I tell you, say, oh, Shaba, you number for APC. We don't say as President, but you don't do good things then. So when I send them videos and they need to we go to play and analyze them for now. Anyway,
With the time for round up now, make us play 1 or 2 videos before we round up.
Listen, our president don't travel. Oh. Our president don't travel again. Our president have traveled.
Funny people.
He has traveled again. Respect yourself. All of you in government all the securities. I've forgotten what he asked me to tell you people. He has traveled. He has traveled.
Man.
My country people make una listen. This man. Israel Aina say make I tell una. Say now where 2023 done here. Politicians, they pick their call now. Okay. Some of them go even call you back when they see your missed call. If some make una shout na ayo. Say some of them na scammers. Hey! But see where here, make it tell your neighbor.
70 years old man.
Last week, where the president of Ghana just signed a contract with Toyota. They can begin make Toyota assemble in Ghana. Volkswagen, they go assemble in Ghana. President Bio, what's in launch? Now public kissing.
How will we do? But then, when we pass 2023 now, when we don't pass 2023, we now need to make sure say we do the right thing for the people of this country. Yes. We do what the people are asking us to do. Yes. We focus. We now live on with selfishness then. Then one day we're there within the party where they feel say it only get for be them. We get for tell them say no, please. You enjoy your time.
You know, they cost anybody. You tell and say, "Bo, me na politics. I want to come talk to you about me government. They don't do A, B, C. They go take the pass Z. Because the manifesto will be put out. When are the written document of the things that will be say what they do? When I will put out, we don't done that one day. The things that we do, in fact, we don't do more things than the day inside the manifesto.
We wasted $68 million to bribe people who were hoarding.
The security they be Ghana. Now they pay the security.
As we close, thank you very much for all of the invitation, Cashbox, Ms. Zainab Kamara. Whatever will I say? We'll for the every Sunday. Well, I got to you quick. Zainab, no, I do appreciate you where your honorable invitation, and I know yes, now you go for the day and a permanent every Sunday. Now I take the election they come. You know, we need for the analyzed videos there as well as Cashbox. You know, I do appreciate you. Thank you very much. What's in your last word to Pambule with what you right now?
What that mean?
Yes, Zainab.
My last word, Sierra Leoneans. We don't analyze Fatima Bio as we don't talk again today. If it's Salon people, if we wanna really take Salon serious, una want for let them politician they are, then begin take we as a people serious. Fatima Bio and President Bio them video where them pull out. It don't do. For make una decision. Salon, we the Salon people learn the business people. Salon are we business. Where we treasure, where we invest, we sweat, we life, everything into them. We don't nurture them, we take them, we hand over to President Bio for take care of them for 5 years. After 4 years, he come to we, he tell we say, he not come with nothing. Nothing in not come with, but he can't ask we say, we give him more. The small one will be left with where we the left nurture. He said, we take him back, we give him. Salon people them. If now that we want for we safe, for we picking them, for we country, for take Salon and hand over and give President Bio again for another 5 years after 2023, where they say now then go start for do the right thing. Now they go work for we. Now that's how they go left the selfishness. Now that's how they go make the roads them. Now that's how they then go stop for take care of themselves, then take care of we. If now that we want, then 2023 law vote for them back. If not to that we want kick all them rubbish politicians them out of Salon. We want pull them na state house. We want pull them na parliament. Come 2023, we get better choice system for make. Now we make the right choice. We go better we picking them and Salon as a whole. go begin for progress. Now me all last word.
Thank you very much, Zainab. I don't say Cashbox na independence body like me. What are your message to family Maudia Cashbox?
Thank you. And by the way, let me just say, Zainab, I think I listened to that audio a few weeks back. I was like, oh my God, who is this clever woman with the analyze show? So I really, really admire and I really, really enjoy that audio there, you know. But you see, Shaba, the old thing with me, they say, you know, salon people, if we not try to make politicians they respect we, then guy they don't really, really feel that country they. Salon gets huge potential. And I'm not saying this lightly, Shaba. Sometimes I can say to people, knowing about Salon, I can regret personally because it give me headache. It give me anxiety. It make at a worry. Say, for God's sake, why do people live like this? All along where people they talk about Salon, I don't be ever they understand the wealth of Salon. I don't be ever they understand that. It was like maybe me engagement doing what I do right now. Now I make a kind of like fully understand waiting Salon made up of. And I'm telling you, Shaba, the day where Salon people, I wish every Sierra Leonean, God can appear like in the dream for make them see how their lives could be transformed. May they see, then they will realize, say, oh, is this what we've been missing all these years? Shaba, Salon is a virgin land. It is waiting for make we unearth the benefits of that country desperately. And I believe when once we get a government, we go able to stabilize that country, bring confidence. And I want to be, it is not about the minerals that we get. It is not about the tourism or whatever the potential. The thing that where we for look at any government, any future government, for make a country day, we surrounded with water. We get 7 major rivers, fresh water, but yet still the people are struggling with water. Again, Shaba, you know be powerful DJ we use for play this song, Bob Marley song. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. I'm telling you, the reason why the people in the struggle so now because we still the act fool. How can we have the Rokelwi River, the Moa River, name them 7 major rivers? But yet still we're struggling for water in that country. It is not the availability of the water, it is the supply. We can spend into it. Dubai, now a desert, they're able to draw water inside the country. They spend money for draw water for give them. Shaba, Salon people, and please Una wake up and see the reality, see the potential ahead of Una. And I know that country, I give Salon 1 year. Enough for take we why make we for wait until MRI scan in our country where it costs $50,000. We see where they go buy the president in portrait. Almost go buy 500 million, 500 billion or 5 billion or whatever they call it. That could buy about 10 CT scanning machine in that country. That is all about the heart, Shaba. Salon, we get now virgin land. We don't even use 1% of we potential. And that's the message I get for Salon people. Make them wake up and see there is a huge potential ahead of us.
That's a wake-up call message, my brother. Thank you very much, Cashbox. I'll go to my co-host. I'm Rachel.
Well,
Mamina Tape. Yeah, Mamina Tape.
Sisi Ogenge. Anyway, I want to tell Salon people and say, I mean, it's about time make we left party and think about Sierra Leone. We all want to talk so, or everybody probably gets USA it belong or USA it get like the ideology of this party or whatever. But waiting with the talk now, so Salon they at a crossroad, and the decision na me and you get for make if we want for make Salon better. We have a choice. Make anybody not tell you say you not get a choice. And trust me, you vote matter. And it matter past any other time. It matter now past any other time. You vote matter. And you vote, then go count them. Let nobody not tell you that what you vote this time will be counted. You vote matter. What do you want for left to Salon people then? If you get lights na house, if you get water, if you buy rest 200,000, if dollar they don't, if you begin to go find school, if you na the youth man you get job, if food then you table all the time, then vote SLPP. But if you not say you not get none of those, you not get lights, you not get water, right now you sick. What you remember said that they can't go connect. In fact, you die before they reach connect. The health system, Combra, una way to go PCMH, cottage hospital. How na they die? How na picking they die? The basic medication not day. If you know say you lack all of them basic, then they where a government forget to in people, just like how Ben Kelfala be say where a government no give waiting the people and forget or what the people and deserve. There shall be an uprising. There should be an uprising. Ben Kelfala and I mean tell we that word day. Say where government not give the people of in country where votes the inside, not give the people and the basic, then the people should rise up. And the only way we una for rise up as Sierra Leoneans na for go register. That na the first stage. Una register and come 2023 inside July or so. Una cast una vote. Una cast una vote for una future. Not for one bag rest, not for t-shirt, not for cap. Because guess what? Una get for the see t-shirt and cap. Una get for the see rest. Right now the money there for them all. Then they can scatter into salon people then. Because they don't say salon people then get short memory so that they can't scatter and shame and guna all. But mind you, think behind that one bag race, think behind the t-shirt and cap, and think about you picking in future. You picking and picking in future this time around, and vote for change. Vote for a new direction where we go see, not of this direction, no. Vote for a direction where we go know whose side and the care we go. And don't forget about all them bogus manifestos. Yeah, so anybody who they count in manifesto, if it resonates with the people of Sierra Leone, we foresee a live, we foresee it happen. And this time around, let us begin to judge our president according to what they say, according to what we see. Now that way though for judge President Bio, now we judge her with a manifesto. Now we judge her with that bogus manifesto day. Now we for take judge President Bio this time around. Thank you very much. And like me host say, we go continue for the remind people with all the video there. So and if you see say President do fighting, until we don't know, we're not bring out ready for Brianco, ready for sure to the people of Sierra Leone. Because this time around, now video, what's in video, camera peak, now in video the show.
You said it's all, Rachel. But you mentioned, say, if you get lights, you get good job for votes for President Bio. But right now, we get lonely. We get lights.
Also,
we get water. We eat. So why we not for votes?
They don't get lonely. They don't get lonely at one state in America now, Shaba.
They're lonely now.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
To be honest, the one that were near the first lady, the previous video I do, what I tell people that see the first lady, she's like a sister to me. I know I'm very well. They need for advice the first lady, make it shut up. That's a fact. The message is the way they pass on social media. Very inciting.
It's very inciting and very provocative.
And also,
very provocative.
Also, it destroy.
They destroy man. In fact, I not destroy the party. I not destroy the man. Very provocative.
The one with the near like I said, she's my sister. I know I'm very, very well. But the one with the near I made the advisor.
You know, you take advice. You said, you take advice. Like you don't advise.
Listen.
Because some of them messages I want to see, the videos, them very inciting. They're not good for watch. As a first lady. But family, you in a salon, as Rachel said. Like you say, the ball in your court. Now you get to know how to play this ball. Now you go know how to kick this ball for score the goal. This time, not about APC or SLPP. I said it before we started the program. We voted Donald Trump in. But because of the way how we embarrass we country, it provoke we. It do well. But we vote him out. Me 9 years old Pekin. What we vote? Christian dinner. He said, Daddy, don't forget to vote for Biden. That's a strong message that Pekin tell me so. It don't begin signal me 3 months ahead of election. They tell Richard, they tell me, you guys have to vote for Biden. That's what 10 years old Pikino. Sierra it's time for me we wise up. That's time for big politician. He come, he go meeting a yours, he give you 50,000.
In fact, if you see me call and they call you back now, for now, then they call you back.
Those days are gone.
Right, sir, they go sit down and market, so they go discuss with you. So now, so if you want to, they go discuss with you, right, sir, market. In fact, they will go be Okada, they'll go sit down themselves for proof them and say, are they with the people there? I'm with the people. And they count all kinds of now.
Those days are gone. If you see Pekin, they call, say, Daddy, Mommy, we want to go vote. Vote for Joe Biden. That's a strong message. So please, let me wake up. We're not denier for can't talk, for can't criticize this government. It's the reality. We're not the propaganda again. Cashbox only for life. Cashbox like the player for her. And then look at Cashbox here in audio every day. The day they lie, and the big can player. Simple man, Allah you lie. No doubt. I say, ask Cashbox. I monitor.
Now that the slogan waiting camera peak.
Yes, video the show.
Video they show. How they talk anyone now?
Monitor we say. All the social media with the monitor we say. With the monitor we say. If you shall say, if you shall lie, come in a program. You understand? So that's how we left now. We'll go there back next week Sunday for analyze more videos. Then, if you get any videos the way the president don't do A, B, C, D, T after Z, send them to we go play them. The same thing back with this current government and previous governments who start the program with will play president and former presidents and as by Kuruma in interview. So that's why I go left now. Me and the host, I got to Shaba and I continue for follow Cashbox. Cashbox, get yourself on platform, getting audios them way you do. And I'm going to share in audios them. Likewise, me Zainab Kamara. You said go audios them way you do also. And I'm going to share Zainab Kamara. And also, Sissi Ongenge, instead of getting yourself on platform.
I will not call me that them there. This is going to get in high place. Then I had a quarter. I'm
going to tell Bangu and Davis on the lovely website. Get your own platform where they do very, very well for women in a salon. So many lives them. You know, so that's it. Continue for follow on Facebook again. Your programs the way they do. You get a big platform. And also me when I the host I got to Shaba. And I continue for following. We're going to come every
now for left with say Dominion A music.
So thank you very much. I do appreciate you share the video you watch this program. I do appreciate you now. Happy Easter to all really watch this program. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Jemata.
Bye-bye. INION Dominion, yeah. Dominion, yeah. Yeah, Dominion, yeah. DOMINION Dominion, yeah. Ladies and
you know, say plenty people no get for votes the time for election. Not because they no want for vote, but now because of this simple mistake where I can't tell you what so now I go make plenty people no vote. Right now, as the Electoral Commission Salon don't pull the date for votes and for register, plenty people just the yagba and they rush go do things them as then they tell them for do. But hey, Members say registration, the voter registration, they begin from the 3rd of September to the 4th of October 2022. Then a number 1 step where go give you guarantee say you go vote. But if you make mistake during this time, you not go for vote. And I think this way person not go able for help people. What in this mean? It means say no ever register na the area where you dey work, do business, or where you dey go school. You know what it make? You don't know. Sometimes the time for the election, then go say public transport not for run. This na big challenge for you. Remember, if you tap na Calbaton and then you dey work na Lumley, how you go able for go and vote na that side? You go able for waka? The answer na no. So, no make that mistake there. As them blow the whistle, when they say, hey, today na the 3rd of September for begin the voter registration. Do ya try by all possible means for register na the center where they near you house. So the day when they go say for voting, whether Mutuka deal, Mutuka not deal, not to you business. You they go full na morning, vote, return back na you house. So you see, if you make this mistake, the possibility go they say you no go vote 2023. So waiting at this yagba now for say me party go continue for then a power or me party go return a power if I'm not able for vote. You want vote the change.